Okay, last Monday, do you remember how we looked at the videos and the pictures, and then we talked about the analyzing the pictures? What we see, what we feel, what we think. We're gonna do that same thing today, but we're gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm gonna give you this paper that says, I see, I think, I wonder. So this is gonna help you kind of put your thoughts down into paper. So we're also, it's written up here, I see, I think, and I wonder. Helps us think critically. So I'm gonna pass these out, and I also have a pencil for each one of you. Now when I first show
I don't remember I was here on Monday.
you need to go to the library. When I first show you the picture, I don't want you to say anything, I just want you to look at it and think about the picture. Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 minute to look at the picture, and then I'm gonna give you 1 minute to write. Okay, ready?
There's a daylight in this
I'll
one.
help you. Look at the picture. Can you see it, Libby? Addison, just 1 second. Can you just look for a minute, and then I'm going to give you time to write. Here, Libby. Look at the picture, sweetheart. Okay, now go ahead and write down what you see, what you think, and what you wonder. What does it make you wonder, Casey? I wonder.
What kind of parade it is?
That would be excellent. Okay, I'm going to give you about 10 more seconds to finish your sentence or thought. You who to share what you wrote. So you can share all three. Go ahead, Tori.
I see a Chinese dragon. I think it's Chinese New Year. I wonder why there is a vampire in the picture.
Oh, interesting. Where did you see the vampire?
Right here, because it was far away, but now I just see it's a normal person.
Okay, so sometimes we see things a little differently when we look closer.
Yeah, because right
Okay.
over here it looks like a vampire.
Okay. Olivia, what did you write?
I see that there are a bunch of characters dressed in costumes. I think that they might be in China or Japan. I wonder if they are having a parade for a special occasion.
Good thoughts. Addison.
I wrote a Chinese dragon. I see a Chinese dragon. Chinese people. I see a guy with a wand. I think people are under the dragon acting. I wonder what it is called when you do what they are doing.
And Livy, what did you write? Good thoughts.
I see that it might be a parade or a carnival. I think it is very loud. I wonder if there is food.
Emotional, Excellent. what you feel inside. But this activity didn't quite talk about the emotion, so maybe we'll change that a little bit next time. And then some of you went really deep into intellectual. I think it's the Chinese New Year. I think that there are people dancing under the dragon, so you did an excellent job on that. And then down here, the spiritual, I didn't hear a lot of that too. What do you believe to be true? I think we focused more on number 1 and 3. So good job on that.
Wait, so we're writing on text, Mrs. Byler?
We will in just a moment. Then the second time, you're going to read the poem by yourself, and that's when you're going to underline and circle like we just did in our workbook. Do you remember that? Words you don't really know or things that you think are important. And then the third part, now we're going to do the I see, I think, I wonder with the poem we just read. Okay? All right, so keep your pencils. Put your names on these.
We get to keep these.
You may keep these. All right, you're just going to read it in your head while I read it aloud. Afternoon on a Hill by Edna St. Vincent Millay. I will be the gladdest thing under the sun. I will touch 100 flowers and not pick one. I will look at the cliffs and clouds with quiet eyes, watch the wind bow down the grass, and the grass rise. And when lights begin to show up from the town, I will mark which must be mine and then start down. So kind of think, what's going on in this poem? Who's it about? Where is the person? And now I want you to read it on your own. And I want you to underline things that are important in the poem. I want you to circle things that are important to you. Okay, just like we did this in the picture, and we analyzed the picture, and we wrote what we saw, we thought, we wondered. Now I want you to do that with the text we just read. So what did you see in the text? What did you think about in the text? And what do you wonder about the text? Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs in the middle. Was it a little bit harder to do it with the text than the picture? Okay, so I'm seeing some of the harder. I see some that are positive and some in the middle. And boys and girls, that's what we're working on, because taking it onto a story, it's a little bit harder. That's why we practice.
A picture is easier.
I mean, when
A picture is easier.
I mean, when I do this, it means I think this is easier than that.
Oh, you enjoy doing it with the text?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that, because some kids find that a little bit more difficult to take a picture and then try to analyze a text. What I want to have happen is I want you to share what you said about the poem. So we'll start with Livy. Livy, what did you write about the poem?
I see she is very relaxed and happy. I think it is after school. I wonder if she is staying for an hour.
I love that you could see the colors in the flowers from the author. The author did a good job describing this, didn't she? Good job.
I see the sun shining. I see the lights shine in the dark. I think she will never pick one flower. I wonder where this person is.
Good. So we can go back inside our evidence like we talked about this morning. When you said, I think she will never pick one flower, what part of the poem told you that?
It told me right
In the first paragraph, when it says, I will be the gladdest thing under the sun, I will touch 100 flowers and not pick one. I like that. Olivia.
I see a girl on a hillside enjoying a sunny day. I think she is enjoying the pretty flowers. I wonder why she does not want to pick any flowers.
Would you pick flowers if you were out there? So, ladies and gentlemen,
Tori.
what we're going to do is we're going to continue to practice this. I think we're going to spend a little more time practicing on pictures and kind of analyzing what we see in the pictures, and then we'll take it into shorter text like we did here. This was just a short text, right? Can you imagine doing this on a big chapter book? That would take a long time, wouldn't it?
Like how to eat fried bananas.
Yeah.
Clementine?
So as you get older and you get into high school and you read longer texts, Casey, then you'll be able to analyze those texts too. All right.
I could
All right. You may keep your papers and I will take the pencils back. Thank you, friends.